What is going on YouTube? Is FlopFish here, and welcome back to the trade day here. Lots of trades in, and so we're gonna get started right off at the front and try to get through as many of these as we can on time. I ended up starting this a little bit early, just got off the most intense auction block I've ever been on. But first up we have Mike Green and Gregory Campbell for Rick Nash. I'm gonna say that's low just off by gut here. And then we got Reimer and Mueller. Mueller's not bad there. I think Reimer's like 6K. And on Lad we have St. Louis and 19K. I think in my opinion that's a little bit low, so I'm gonna hold off on that one. So it was who was it? It was Stanley Star of the Week, was it? Yeah, Star of the Week, and it was a goalie in Reimer, which is NHL and Toronto. So, you know, 5K, somewhere's around there. Probably could get 6K, 7K, 8K, somewhere's in there for him. Maybe even 10K if I want to stretch it. So, Mueller is, I want to say he's around the 20K range. So that might not be bad, actually. Search for items, Star of the Week, Center, and then Florida. Alright, we're good there. Got Florida, 10K. Alright, so yeah, that's a little bit low. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's see. So we're going to reject that one as well because that one is low. Not by much though. Probably by about 3K. On John Tavares, we have Patrick Marleau. No thanks. That's a little bit low. On Couture, we have nothing. Couture is one of our players without anything. On Brett Burns, we have Dustin Brown, Eberle, and then 1K and 1K. So 2K, 6K, I want to say 9, 6. So that's actually pretty close. Between all of them, that's actually a fairly good deal, I think. I'll wait till the end. But, yeah, so we got one back on Rick Nash here, who's Campbell and St. Louis. That one's a little bit closer. I think I'll wait a little bit on that one, cause I don't know. I'm torn on that one. We do have one on Zetterberg there. The whole front, like, just was all of a sudden lit up here. Let's see. No other offers. St. Louis and Campbell. It's not bad. I do have 2 Rick Nashes. Campbell's probably 6K. I don't know, maybe less. St. Louis, you can pick him up for fairly cheap now, which is the only thing that's worrying me in this trade, is that he can go for 14K, which makes that 20K. And would I rather have Rick Nash or St. Louis and Campbell? I'm actually shocked I don't have a second trade offer there. It's not bad, I guess. Nash, I know I can get 20K for though, and if I get lucky with this, I can get more than 20K, but ultimately, we'll do this. We'll do this. It's probably a bit lower, but you know, it's just good. It's an overall, it's solid. It's not exactly the best trade. I am getting another Star of the Week center grinder who seemed to go well. Oh, and the Ekman Larson Star of the Week actually got bought for 26K. So this one's not bad at all. I'll have to look up Dustin Brown here quickly. No offers in there. Zetterberg here. Is it? That's a little low. I need more than that. I know Zetterberg can actually sell for 50K. Peugeot, we have Ollie and 2.5. That's low. And Briere, that's too low. Yeah, so nothing there. Burns, I think we're going to go check up on the Burns trade here. On Campbell, we have... Seriously? We have 2 Ryan Callahans. Which one do I want? That's kind of funny. Just to lose these, so I'm probably just going to reject that one, actually. Let's see. We'll go pull up Dustin Brown here quickly. I believe Dustin Brown is going to be, that's going to be a solid trade, I think. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to pull it up. I'm just going to take it. I think I can do fairly well out of that trade. And I think it's a pretty even offer both ways. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's take that trade. Once again, a little bit lower than what I guess it's not bad. I guess Brown 6, it's probably close. 2 without contracts, but that's not a big deal. Just send them all to my collection because I don't think I have any in there actually. Yeah, because I did sell my Brown. So we got 36K in pucks there. Johnson, Green, and Kessler, just going to reject that one. Peugeot, Ollie, and 5K, going to reject that one. Even if Ollie sells for like 3K, going to reject it regardless. Which Callahan? Right wing, Islanders, or center, Rangers? I think the Rangers one would probably be sell better. I don't know. That one's tough because it might not be. Toulouse, I'll take Little over Toulouse. Especially with the same team. Le Cavalier and Myers on Pacioretty. I might end up taking that one actually. That's not a bad trade. So we got the 2 on Purcell. I'll end up taking one of the Callahans, I think, on Purcell because I do need to get rid of one. So the FNUF trades are hilarious. So what one do we take here? Do we take the right wing or do we take the center? Let's look at contracts. 8 games, 5 games. We'll take the first one, I think. We have one trade in on Peugeot again. Ollie and 6K. Once again, gonna need a little bit more. Just a little bit. So nothing on that Zetterberg. He's going to survive another trade day here. So let's see. I already did a trade with this guy, I have a feeling though. So this one was the first one in. So why don't we take the first one? I think that's probably the proper way to do this. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. So I'll just throw him in my trade pile. Let's see. Little, we have Toulouse and Briere. Toulouse, I'd still rather have Little. I think Little does sell a little bit better. Then we have Le Cavalier and Myers on Pacioretty. It's probably going to be the best offer I get on Pacioretty. So I'll probably end up taking that guy. So going to have another Tyler Myers here, which means I'll probably be a little bit lenient with the ones upcoming here. So let's go ahead and let's take that trade right there. So thank you for that trade again. We're going to send, I might send a Myers to, we'll send one, actually we'll just send them both to the trade pile here. That was a bad idea because I could have sent them both in here. Nothing on this one, so then we're pulling up this one here. We got Vanek and 8.5K. What does Vanek sell for? I'm going to guess Vanek sells for 5K. Puts that at 13K, which is a little bit low. So let's go crank this up. There we go. And Buffalo. Alright, 3K, yeah. That's lower than what I thought, which makes it even worse. Just quick estimate in my head, seeing the sniper, I thought he's probably going to sell a little bit higher, but he doesn't, so I'm going to hang on to Myers because I know I'll get 16K for them if I'm patient. We're moving on to Dion Phaneuf here. We're moving here fast. We got Suter and 20K, and then Dion Phaneuf on Tampa and 1K. They're both actually probably equal value trades. I'm just going to take the 20K and the Suter or the Sutter. The reason why I'm taking that one, it's 20K. If I get 20K for the other Phaneuf, I'd be at the exact same point pretty much. So actually that guy has to be trade pile too. That's what I'm going to run into a little bit of an issue here with, just doing the trade pile here. So Spezza and Marlowe, that's not bad. And then Le Cavalier and Perron and 17K. So Le Cavalier probably around 8K, I want to say. We'll have to look that up quickly here. 2 more on that Phaneuf here. Let's see. Search for item. Le Cavalier. Tampa Bay. I think the Kessler, was it? The Kessler and Marlowe one's probably a better overall trade. Yeah, for sure. Because I don't think Start of the week, and then this is going to be St. Louis. 28K. He could actually work out better. It's just, I know Marleau and Kessler are pretty safe sells here, so Marleau and Spezza. I haven't had Spezza. I like the right wing Marleau. I do like the 17K. If Perron sells for 12K, then it's still a bad offer. Not horrible, but I mean it's worse than the other offers out there. So I think the right thing to do. I'm gonna wait to see if he actually goes on bids too. So gonna be a little bit patient there. This is kind of what I learned, is that you have to be patient with the Canes, because I know he can go for 40K. Nope, he's not getting bid on, so we're going to take this offer here. So once again, thank you for that deal. Gonna try out Spezza probably. I already have a Marleau too, so he's going to have to go into the trade pile. So trade pile him, and then Spezza will go to the collection. So let's see, we're up to 191K or 81K. Nothing on that one. We got 2 on this FNUF here. So we got regular Cal Clutterbuck, that is low. And then Ehrhoff in 16K. It doesn't seem horrible, but at the same time, in my opinion, it doesn't seem great. So it's player item. I think he's lefty, if I remember correctly. And then Buffalo. He has to sell for around 4K. So if he doesn't sell for that, then I probably won't take it. 2K, 2K, 2K. So it's all in that 3K range, which puts him at around 19. I'd rather hang on to the FNUF. Just personal preference there. Gonna hang on to the FNUF there. It's probably not too far off, but it's just personal preference with the FNUF. Krejci, we have Henrik Sedin, who's around 35. Koivu 6. Burns can get up to 13. So 19. Not bad. That's 20. That's actually not bad. And then Duchenne and Krejci, 20, 40 probably between the two. So I'm going to reject that one. Let's see if they respond here. We got 4 on the Kane here. So we have regular Patrick Kane and Erik Karlsson. So 40 and 30 is 70. Too low. Troll offer. Troll offer. And then Horton, Heatley, Roy, that's even worse than the first, so we're going to reject that one. So who are we looking up? We were looking up Henrik Sedin, I believe. Right? Yeah, so we're looking up Henrik Sedin here, and Pietrangelo, I know I can sell for 12. He's going lower right now, but overnight he actually picks up, so Vancouver, let's crank up the price here. 26K, 2,600 pucks. See, so 40, 35. Yeah, that's probably gonna be about right on Krejci. I mean, it doesn't have any pucks involved, but still fairly solid in my opinion. So let's go with, say he sells for 32, and Koivu's around 38. So 38, and Burns is around 50. I'm looking at close to 60K here, so that's not bad. I'll probably end up taking that one. So there's a minute left there. 1 on 7 here. 7 has a bid on him though. So Palmville and 5K. Palmville has to sell for 1.5K, which I know he can. He can actually sell for 5. 1 on FNUF here quickly, which is going to be Downey, Heatley. I will reject that one because that one is too low for me. So let's see, nothing on that Krejci. That 7-1's got me intrigued a little bit. Got 3 on the big one there. Let's see, because it's still 5K. It's 1.5K less, but Palmville, I think I can get more. I probably could get 3K out of Palmville, so I'm gonna take that one. And I actually might use him on a line with Spezza. So let's go trade pile. Gotta hurry this trade up because I think I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna take. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. I probably should have taken that one first. I wasn't thinking there. Oh well, I'll probably get it next time. All right, so then we got Marchand here. We'll have to figure out what Marchand goes for quickly. if I miss your guys' trades, just let me know, and we will do the exact same trade afterwards. So 12.5, so 15. I'm looking for 50 on them, like I said. So 20 seconds left, nothing on him, so 15, we'll go with, he's at 12.5, we'll go with 15 even, that's 26. Johnson's not 10, so even 36, 46, that's too low for me. Got another one on him, which is too low for me. Nothing there. Alright, last guy I think is, so regular sharp, nope. Kadri, regular, or start of the week, and Roenick, and then Kessler, Semin, and Rangers change team card. That seems like a fairly solid trade actually. I'll probably end up taking that one. So we'll reject. I think we'll look up Kadri, probably 40k. I'll have to look him up quickly. Make sure nothing happens here. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so then we gotta go. It's Kadri and Roenick, so center, NHL, Toronto. Kadri, 48. So looking at 40k on him. And then Roenick. Gotta look up Roenick here quickly while I absolutely mess up there. Legends, center, NHL, Chicago. 50, 40, so 35. So that's 75 there. And let's see, so that's 75. Team of the week Kessel. That's not bad. So that's 75. Gonna reject that one. 20, 80, 90. I think we're gonna take the Kessel here. Well, let's go ahead and let's look for the Kessel quickly. He's left wing in Toronto. Start of the week, left wing, NHL. Toronto. Where's Kessel? 77. No, he is lower. Alright, glad I didn't do that one. And then, so I guess we're going to take the first one here. So let's go ahead and reject that one. See if they counter back here. That seems to be the best offer though, because I can get 20 to 25k on Kessler. If I'm patient enough with Semin, I know I can get around 60, which is 85, and 90 in total, 95. So definitely a feasible trade there. One on Kunitz here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this one. Thank you for that trade. Glad to see I got rid of some of them. I'll probably be throwing the Rangers change team card up. Or I might just throw it in my collection actually. So send all to my collection here. And I know the Kessler was obviously boosted. Trade pile that. I guess I already have one. Alright, while I'm almost running out of breath here, on Doughty we have Vanek in 7k, nope, because the Doughty sold for 15k right before this episode. Heatley 6'9". I don't know what Kunitz actually sells for. I should probably look that up. So that's Stanley Cup Kunitz, which is search for item. Left wing, NHL, and then we're going to go Pittsburgh, which is right there. He's not selling at 12. You know what? I'm going to take that trade. I think it's somewhat safer. And yeah. If my trade pile loads, which it did. Alright, so we're looking at 9k. If he's not selling for 12... I'll take it. Kind of deciding there. I know it's probably undervalued, but I could get lucky listing Heatley, and they both don't have contracts. Really should have looked at that first. New mistake. There we go. So all's pretty much said and done. Let's see. So 11 minutes left on these guys as I almost lost my voice. I did pick up a Stanley Cup edition Hossa for those wanting to know. And I have a heck of a lot of stuff here. Just going to list this at 50 pucks and just run that. yeah, so still kept, pretty strong trade day. Got a lot of stuff sold. A lot of stuff was bought. And just overall lots of movement, which I really enjoy in these. And yeah, so there's 10 minutes left on this stuff. I'm not sure if I should just sit here and wait. I think I might just cut it. And if there are any trade offers, I will let you guys know. But for right now, I don't think there probably is going to be any at all. But yeah, so thank you guys again for your offers. Tons of movement here today. Tons of good stuff, and I'll have to sort through my trade pile again, and because I do have a lot of stuff that I'm just gonna list for sale tonight for an hour and go from there. So as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, take it easy and peace out unless there's an update.